welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hey, how you doing? My name is Ash. I am a makeup artist and a book lover, and I like doing clownish eyeliner, and today's video is all about my updated project pan. Back in April, I started tracking the makeup that I was using because I wanted to see what products I'm really using, what I'm not using, because I'm trying to, use up products instead of wanting to go out and buy new things. Like, I am very focused this year on just using what I have and not falling into like the, overconsumption or over-consumerism. I'm not sure the right term I'm trying to use, of just buying and then just piling it up. I am decluttering, I am going through things, and this is a 2-month update, and I did excitingly use up some products. So in my little notebook, I did set aside specific items for April and May to try to use up in a rotation, and it didn't go that well. Did not go that well. I ended up just sticking to a few things, and then going from there. I didn't try to rotate as much as I probably should have. That's the goal going into June and July. Hopefully that happens. I did finish up one primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer Plus Hydrating Primer. I love this. I actually finished this up on April 25th, so that is very exciting. I'm sad that I don't have it because it's a wonderful hydrating primer, but I'm glad to, have used it up. Another item I finished in April was the Final Treat Spray from Tiz, or TYS Beauty. I really enjoyed this one. I got this in, I think, BoxyCharm, and it was just fantastic. I wish I had a backup of it, but I do have a bunch of other sprays to get through. So, and everything else I'm going to talk about I finished in May. Some of it I just finished today, actually. I'm filming this on May 31st. I did finish the Mo Beauty Set It Up Setting Spray. This was okay. There is still technically a little bit left, but the spray is so aggressive. It's not a good feeling on the face. It's a decent spray, not my favorite. Probably won't get it again, but I did get this, I believe, in Ipsy, so can't complain too much about that. Finally finished my NYX contour stick. There's a little bit left, but like I can barely get it out, so I'm just calling it quits on this. I actually ended up using this quite a lot. I got 10 uses out of this in April, and I got 18 uses out of it in May. So if you have one of these can last a very long time. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite contour sticks that I've tried. Is it the most cool toned on me? No. But I like how it looks, and I like how it makes everything last on my face, because I do use this under a powder, and it just makes everything last longer. So I do recommend this if you are in the market for trying one. Because I'm so pale, I don't use the highlighting side, so I'm not concerned about this being like something I'm getting rid of, because it just, like, it's a pretty shine, but it pulls so dark on my skin, and I'm not about that. I'm gonna hop over to another contour stick that I said I was gonna try to finish. This is the Oma Beauty Double Take Sculpting Stick in the shade White Pearl. I actually have quite a bit of this left, so I am giving up on this because I used it 2 days in a row, and this is the only new thing that I added to my rotation, and I started breaking out. And this is actually pretty old. I probably shouldn't have been putting it on my skin in the first place, but since I broke out with it, I am going to pass it along. This is also a great contour. Again, it has a highlighting side, but that is a little bit too dark on me. Still not as dark as the NYX one. The NYX one actually leans more gold, and then the Oma one leans a little bit more like rosy pinky, like I'll say rose gold. Great stick, just not one that I can hold on to anymore because of the breakouts. And I did actually end up finishing a powder. I finished my Anastasia translucent powder. That's actually my second container that I've gone through. It's one of my favorite powders, and I actually miss it because I'm currently using my LEJ Beauty one, and I really do like that, but there's something about the Anastasia one that just works a little bit better for me. So moving on to the next item I finished. This is the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. It's a mouthful. I actually just finished this up today. I was unsure how much I had left going into this last week of May, and then it just happened to have the perfect amount to finish my face today. That's exciting. So in April, I actually used this 12 times, and in May, I ended up using this 19 times. So I got quite a lot of use out of this. You don't need a lot. This does have SPF in it, so if you want to apply a little bit extra, it won't hurt because it has SPF in it. I really enjoyed this. This is, I believe, my third tube that I've gone through. Smashbox has been gracious to send these to me, and I've just been obsessed with them. I will say the shade Fair is not that light. When I do wear it, I have to bring it like pretty far down my neck because you can see hopefully the camera picks up just the difference in color. So that's not fun, but I really enjoyed the formula on this and it's just so good. And then the last item as part of my project pan that I finished was the Fenty Beauty concealer. This is the Pro Filter concealer. I have it in the shade 100. There is a little bit left on here, but I can't get the rest of this out. I used practically the last of it today. I did end up taking the stopper out, which gave me like an extra week and a half of using it. So that's a tip if you have a concealer that you really like and you have the capabilities to get the stopper out, please do, but be careful. Sometimes they can be very hard to do. I do recommend if you have like needle nose pliers, those would probably be the best to get the stopper out. Do not try tweezers. I did that and I almost sliced my hand open because slippery. So in April I actually ended up using this 14 times and in May I ended up using it 22 times. So I got quite a lot of use out of this. I'm very happy with it. Is it my favorite concealer? No. Would I repurchase it in the future? Maybe. So I can't believe I actually finished up so many products in the last 2 months. So that is pretty much the update stuff that I've used. But going into June and July, I also pulled out some projects. So I have 4 primers that I'm going to try to work through. The main one is going to be the e.l.f. Power Grip one. I believe I can finish this up in June because there's not that much left in here. Basically, to make this not such a long video, I'm going to just go through each category and choose one to show that I'm going to focus on the most for this. For at least June, July, I may change it up a bit, but moving on. I'm actually going to cheat and say I'm going to try to get through 2 foundations. So it's the Purely's BB Cream and the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. The only reason why I'm saying both of these is because the Bare Minerals one is a little bit too dark on me and I use it as like a mixer because this one can actually pull a little bit too light on my skin. So mixing these 2 together, it actually makes like a perfect color for me, or at least one that's similar to the Smashbox one that I can work with. I mean, I like this by itself, don't get me wrong, but like, they look good paired together. Hi, so I am currently editing this video and it's a few days after I filmed it and I'm just realizing that the Purely's BB cream I had actually expired at the end of April. Luckily I didn't use it in May, so I wasn't aware of it, but I ended up throwing that out along with 2 other SPF moisturizers, tinted moisturizers, whatever, because they all expired very recently and I was like, wow. So I am down quite a few foundations, but that, you know, it's exciting, but like I can't believe that they expired so like quickly on me. So that's not going to be included in my project pan. I will talk more about that when I do my empties coming up. The concealer I'm going to focus on is the Milk Makeup Future Fluid Concealer, and I'm going to be honest, I've only tried this a couple times since I opened it and I don't know if I like this. So this is going to be a big test to see if it works for me, but I like the shade in here. It's just like the formula is a little more like, I want to say like a jelly, like a gel consistency, which isn't typically my favorite when I go for concealers, but I like the color on it, so I'm gonna give it a shot. If that one doesn't work out, I would just move into my Kosas concealer because I absolutely love that concealer. Probably one of my top 3 concealers that I've tried. So good. This is gonna be the focus, but if it doesn't work out, switch it up a bit. For bronzer, I'm going in with a cream and a powder. This one is from Merit. I actually have quite a bit of this left. One thing about this though, it is more on the sheer side, so you may have to use a little bit more to build it up, but not mad at it. I do like it. It's actually what I have on underneath my bronzer today, which is the Nabla one. I have like a small like indent in it. It's not at pan yet, but it used to be embossed with Nabla and you can't see that anymore, so I'm excited to see how far I can get with this in the next month or so. And I am still working on the ColourPop Rustica blush. I think at the end of this 2-month journey, depending on where I'm at, I might just end up tossing it because this is getting quite old. And I love this blush. It's one of my favorite blushes, but I don't know. You know, I kind of get tired with blushes. I'm kind of just sick of using it, but I am going to try my hardest to finish this. And for a complete 180 on my highlighters, I'm going to try to finish the ColourPop Twilight Vampire Skin Highlighter because I've used this almost every single day. I have it on right now. It's one of my absolute favorite highlighters. It's so beautiful. It's just so perfect. Is it as good as Flexitarian from ColourPop? No, but there's just something special about it, and I think it's solely because it is Twilight that I love it so much. But I am a big fan of this, and I have made a sizable dent in it. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up, but I am pretty close to hitting a little bit of pan on that, and I am so excited. That is pretty much everything for my focus going into June and July. Like I said, I am very excited to just get through products and use them up. I've never thought that I would be the person to be like so excited to finish up something, but I am, and I'm just thrilled with it. So thrilled with it. But yeah, that is my project pan. If you have any tips on project panning, on using up products and whatnot, please let me know below. Other than that, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can follow me on my other socials. I'm artistryxashh everywhere. And if you want some book content, I am Ashley with 2h's.reads on TikTok and Instagram. If you like this video, make sure you give a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It would definitely make my day, my week, my month. June is a really rough month for me, so it would be really great to get, you know, some of that serotonin boost from gaining followers. I hate June so much. But yeah, I think I covered everything. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!